Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is ℍ𝕬𝕓 and here I just do herbal unboxings and some medicine making crafts with a little bit of witch talk on the side, so welcome. In today's video I am just continuing the second, it's technically the first but I'm posting it second, but the first medicine making project from Apothecary at Home, which was the Elderberry Syrup. Elderberry syrup is an immune booster, so you'll want to take it, it says in the winter, but some people don't usually have, most people do have their colds in the winter months, but you'll want to take it around your cold season. Everyone is different, so winter is ideal, but whenever you usually feel that your immune system needs a little picker-upper to get you going, or just to keep you from getting sick. There's really not much going on in today's video other than me doing a voiceover of how to make the syrup, so let us just go ahead and get right into it, and I will see you when we get back. To start off, you're going to want to fill your jar 3/4 of the way full, starting off with 3 parts of elderberries. You're going to also want to add 1 part of ginger, so however you measured out the elderberries, you'll do 1 part of the ginger. Of course, you're going to need your jar. Again, any size jar, just depends on how much you are wanting to make. You do not necessarily need the dropper bottle just yet, but have it on hand for when the tincture is done so you can pour it in. Next, you'll want to choose a solvent. You can choose vodka, brandy, or Everclear. If you do choose vodka like I did, you'd want to get an 80 proof bottle. Next, you'll want to add some honey to add a bit of sweetness to it. I like to add it for its antibacterial properties. You'll only need about 1 to 2 tablespoons of it though. As you may notice, the first half of this video is in vertical view. I do apologize, it will get better. First, you're going to want to start by cleansing your jar. Now, cleansing it with smoke is completely optional. I just choose to do that, but you do want to sterilize it by boiling it in water or using a baby bottle sterilizer. As I said earlier, you're going to want to use a 3-to-1 ratio of elderberries to ginger. Now, in herbalism, you don't really use a measurement per se, they go by parts, so it would be 3 parts elderberry to 1 part ginger. Whatever measurement you decide on is basically how you would go by it. Since I'm using a small jar, I just used the tablespoon that I had. Elderberries are what is most commonly used from the elder plant, but it is known to be an antiviral and astringent, along with a few other things, but like always, I recommend you do your own research. I am currently working on my own monograph for elderberries, so I will have a lot more information down the road. Ginger, on the other hand, is more of a root, and it is known to be a stimulant, an antiseptic, and an antibiotic, along with a few other things. It is a very warming root, but is also best in tinctures, tea, and infused in honey. With my ℎ𝕬𝕣𝕚 recipe, I do add honey for the antibacterial properties of it, but it does add a nice sweet taste. Lastly, you're going to want to add your alcohol. You will want to put enough in that it covers about 1 inch above the roots and berries. So I did make this recipe first and did use the smaller wrap, so the wrap didn't get destroyed like the one in the ℚ𝕬𝕡 video did. Finally, you're going to want to shake up your maceration really well. While doing so, do focus and think on your intent while pushing that energy into your jar. Once your maceration is all created and ready to go, you're going to want to put it in a cool, dry, and dark place and let it sit for about 4 to 6 weeks, shaking it every day.
4 to 6 weeks later.
As you can see, by this time I figured out what landscape to have it in. Anyways, make sure you remove your rings or put on gloves. This still is alcohol, so it still will burn, and it is a little bit darker than the ℚ𝕬𝕡 I made in my previous video. Now you're going to want to make sure you have a bowl, the muslin mesh bag, a funnel, and the dropper bottle from the beginning of the video. You're going to want to place your muslin bag inside of the bowl and just pour the maceration right in. As you can see, it is a bit darker in color, so I would recommend not wearing white and possibly wearing gloves. I didn't wear gloves. It doesn't stain your hands, but it did kind of sting any sort of cutsies that you have. You're going to want to make sure you squeeze all the remaining goodness out of the berries and the ginger. As you can see, there was a lot of excess in there to squeeze, so you want to get it all out. Go ahead and grab yourself a funnel and that dropper bottle. If you are like me and you're using a bigger funnel, try and line it up properly. Elsewise, I do have a link below that will navigate you to Amazon. They have the little dropper funnels that I will be ordering soon, but I thought I'd share with you guys. So this mixture still didn't get me too much, but it did get me more than the ℚ𝕬𝕡. So I'm thinking about switching up jars. I do like those jars though, they're really cute, but they are not volume appropriate, I should say. And that's it. That's how you make the elder syrup from Apothecary at home. Again, if you want to grab your own box, I do have the link below, along with the coupon you can use at checkout. Now, I know I didn't add it in the clip, but you can add cinnamon to taste, or for its medicinal or magical properties. I did forget to mention this in my previous craft medicine making video, but if you are going to add a little witchiness to it, when you shake it or as you're pouring the herbs, as you're mixing the ingredients, think of the intent. While you're thinking of your intent, also think about the magical properties of the herbs and or roots that you are using in the project, and of course, focus that all on what you're making. I forgot to mention that in the last video because I just kind of go with the flow and do it. But if you are new to witchcraft and you want to add a little bit of witchiness into your herbalism or just into your everyday cooking, that's what you want to do. Like I said, if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can catch more of my craftings, unboxings, and witch talk, which I will be starting that series shortly. So I hope you join me on that, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye! I wanted to toss this clip in real quick. If you happen to catch my medicine making supply video, you may have saw that a jar was broken and I unfortunately did not get a thing of wax. I did message the owner, Shannon, just to let her know it happened, but I wasn't expecting her to send anything. But she did send 2 jars, 2 things of wax, and that essential oil, which is lavender. So I am quite pleased because she really didn't have to send all of this. So I'm happy.